A walk on a late hot summer night is pure bliss. The temperature gets up to 80 degrees Fahrenheit most nights. This night will be especially hot, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I prepare for my walk by drinking lots of water and stretching. Then I'm off. I take my usual route along a block of houses. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, but I do take note of the extra 10 degrees. My body seems to be working harder than usual, which isn't a good sign considering it is the beginning of a 2-hour-long walk. I make my way over to a shopping center and as usual, I bask in the emptiness of its vast parking lot. A space totally occupied by the darkness under the moonlight. I pan my eyes from one end to the other and to my surprise, I see a street light on in the far end. I walk towards it and as I do, I see a shadowy figure standing underneath it. I stop to observe. The figure is just standing there, staring right at me. I'm not startled by the figure, I'm just intrigued. I've followed this route dozens of times, and this is the first time that I've seen a deviance from the norm. I contemplate whether to just go home or continue my route, but before I come to a decision, the figure walks away. My compulsiveness takes precedence, and I foolishly start after it. I'm now under the street light, looking to see where the figure might have gone. I look around in all directions but everything is pitch black, all but one way, which leads to a sidewalk. I run towards that direction with playful optimism. The figure peeks its head and quickly retracts, catching my attention. "Hey!" I yell out, hoping to stop it for a conversation, but when I reach the cross street, no one is there. I slowly walk ahead in the path lit by streetlights. It's as though I stepped into an oven, as the lights have a scorching quality to them. I reach a brick wall in an unfamiliar location, the path, nor the vicinity is lit by the street lights anymore and all I see is black. I look up and take discontent when the stars are invisible. Suddenly, I'm filled with a nameless dread. Not fear, but absolute emptiness as I'm somehow in a room with all the walls painted a color darker than black. I take a deep breath in and notice that a sharp pain has erupted in my chest. I try to feel for my cheeks but instead of flesh, I feel the rigidness of my teeth, the texture of jagged stones. I think and think. The dark figure I've seen under the street light. Where could he have gone, and why do I feel as though this is all familiar? I curse myself and wish that I have just stayed on my main path. I look up again and notice that the moon has reached its highest point for the night. I look back down and see a street light in the distance. In excitement, I run over to it and stand under its glow. I pan around again and see a menacing figure in the distance. We stare at each other for about 5 minutes, then it starts running towards me. I take out a knife from my pocket and flip it open, preparing myself for a confrontation. The figure reaches me and in a panic, I drive the knife into its chest. The figure tumbling under the glow of the light. I take a minute to let the adrenaline subside. I walk over to the lifeless body and kneel down. I take a deep breath in and reach for its hoodie, slowly pulling it away from its face. A sustained gasp. My heart sinks in the shallows of my being. The boy on the ground. The body on the ground. Is me.